Hey everybody, how's it going?
What's happening, folks?
How's it going, Sourpuss, aka the Sinner?
It's going well. It's kind of a weird couple of days with the weather and stuff out here, but I always get anxious around the holidays too for no good reason. I think I've mentioned to you in the past, like I only get sick once or twice a year. It's either around my birthday or around Christmas. I don't know why. Every friggin' year.
Yeah, I've been lucky so far. Usually February is when I get really sick. And Remy, that is Snoop Dogg. I didn't change it from from yesterday. AMAC did a holiday like a winter holiday live, and so I was like, I went to Google and I Googled Christmas stoner, and that's what showed up. So why
Yeah,
not?
I'm bummed I missed AMAC's Christmas party. I was out in the world most of the day yesterday.
I was
So
sitting in an animal emergency room for 6 hours because I mean my sister's cat wasn't doing wasn't eating or drinking, and come to find out she was just full of shit. So she's doing better though. I haven't heard anything that she's not acting normal. So it was a long day yesterday.
oh, cool. We got a bunch of cool people here. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Hey, Davis fam. Yeah, and I actually scrolled up to the top because AMAC was actually here first singing Bonnie Raitt.
I saw that.
Um, and I so when Sinner had said he wanted to go live, I'm like, what do you want to talk about? Like, what do we want to
Yeah,
talk about? So
I
then
didn't
I was like,
I didn't
okay,
think it
what
out.
can I do with the title, thumbnail? And so we didn't know what we were going to talk about, so that's why I picked what I did. And Lynn is here, Brandon, Cami.
And yeah, I couldn't see the poll either. So it
Yes. Oh,
was
right. And the poll is, are you ready for the holidays? Yes is on the top, no is on the bottom. So the question was, are you ready for the holidays? Because I am not.
I thought it was, and then I realized that I'd probably have to buy some gifts. But I don't know. We'll see. I kind of went out. I went to Kohl's yesterday. It was just a disaster. It was so many people. I mean, there must have been, I don't know, an hour long wait to check out.
Oh
So
my
I
God.
just I walked in and saw that line. I was like, nope, mm-mm. I'll just I'll just go on Amazon like everyone else.
So K-Bray said, I'm prepping my New York strip steak and just thought, do people from New York just call it steak? So there was in college, the fraternities would have these parties, and like once or twice a year, they would have a strip steak and shake party. And it was the literal meaning of strip steak and shake.
Classy.
Yep.
I've got a tri-tip marinating. I just put it in a Ziploc bag about an hour ago.
Yeah, Corinne. It doesn't even feel like Sunday to me, but I had said in chat, like, I'm praying for a delay. I want school tomorrow. A delay would be great. Because, well, it's changed. So now we're supposed to get 2 to 6 inches where I am, but like the higher elevations, I'm in the valley, so the higher elevations are supposed to get upwards of a foot. So I'm like, knowing I probably won't have a delay, but I really hope we do, because it's not supposed to start snowing until 1 or 2 in the morning. So it's still raining right now.
It's not as if your cats are gonna let you sleep in anyways.
Oh no, but then I could go back to sleep at least.
Gotcha.
Hey, Granny Wild. And I have been putting your names on the screen as we've been talking, just so that you know that's kind of like our hello, even though we didn't say it verbally.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to do that, huh?
What's that? Say hi.
Say hello.
Oh my gosh, Amy. So Amy says it's bad. My daughter said she wants the tornado to hit her high school so she can go virtual. Yikes. I mean,
Yeah, I know. A lot of kids really got spoiled with that virtual learning, and I think we realized that
teachers
you
did
get
too. Just
you could get a
saying.
lot done that way. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I
I
mean,
was doing
all
laundry, all kinds of stuff.
I mean, for giant companies, I mean, it really was eye opening to. I'm sure that they don't need all these big buildings. They don't need office buildings. Everyone has a house. I mean, usually. So that if you could work from home, what's the problem? I know like
Mhm.
four guys that work for Apple from home, and they make a killing. I mean, they set their own hours. You know, they could just sit there and log on and log off as they wish.
And AJ's mom said, "Yay, caught your live after all, listening while driving home from urgent care." Well, I hope everything is okay and
Yeah, I hope you're all right.
drive safe. Be careful of those crazy drivers out there. Yeah, I actually thank you, AMAC. I totally forgot that I was doing laundry, but I have one load folded and mostly put away. But I have so many clothes, I'm overwhelmed. Like, my closet isn't really big because my house was built in the 50s when you didn't really need big closets. So, my clothes are pretty much all over my room because the closet is full. But I did get another load, actually 2 more loads. I have to fold one and then change one over from the washer to the dryer. Oh, good, Remy, you got a notification. That's good. Yeah, so the reason the intro is different is because I edited our intro so that it was only 3 minutes instead of the 5 minutes, and when I came into the to StreamYard, I was like, where's the intro?" So I quick tried to find it on my phone, no clue where it is. Most likely it's on Google Drive. So I just found one really quick on YouTube and downloaded it, and I actually kinda liked it. It was kinda,
I
like, flashy.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I'm glad you didn't uh consult me for it because I we would have gone back and forth about it probably.
Well, there wasn't any time to consult. It
Yeah,
was like
we
I got it was the first one on the list when I searched it on YouTube.
yes. Emmy and I have a drastically different music taste, I think. So whenever we
We've
try
been
to,
trying Yeah, we've been trying to come to a mutual agreement on an intro we both like, and it's not going very well.
I guess I could just concede and be like, that one's fine, but I'm too hard headed.
Well, no, like, it has to be, for both of us, cause yeah. But that
So
one was good for now.
what's happening in these YouTube streets today? I'm kind of out of the loop a little bit.
And Kathy, thank you for stopping in. I hope you feel better. You've been feeling like crap for like a week now, right? It's got to be almost over.
It's no good.
Oh, you just gave your minion a haircut. The cleanup is a lot. My mom actually cuts my hair for me. She actually went to cosmetology school and has never used her license or whatever it is.
Huh.
Hey, David. Oh, I said hi to Davis Fan before, but hi again. Oh, should have used Dr. Dre. I'm gonna have to see. I'll have to get a few, but I just thought it was cool that, Snoop was smoking a candy cane.
Literally, Davis fam says, well, Bertha had an aliving event this week. I caught wind of some of that. I was, to be honest, I was confused as to what I was looking at. Um,
So, and
and for the record, I hope nobody that on YouTube, whether they're an asshole or not, I hope nobody harms themselves over
oh, for
YouTube
sure.
drama. I mean, I couldn't live with that. I'm not, it's just it seems to me that some people will push someone all the way to the limit around here, and I'm not taking part in any of that, just for the record. And neither does Emmy. All we do is, critique the shitty stuff that she does, but I don't think either one of us want any harm brought to her whatsoever.
No, absolutely not. I just find it interesting that, and I have to look at dates, not that it's a big deal, but there were 2 police calls that kind of coincided with when she mentioned it on her live. So, I don't know if it was a coincidence or if it was deliberate.
Literally, Davis fam says, "Please, it's not true, or she would have had 72-hour hold." I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know what the system is like there in Florida.
I don't know the laws in Florida, but in New York, they would take you to the hospital to evaluate you at least overnight. So they wouldn't
Okay, okay.
necessarily give a mandatory 72-hour hold unless you were, you know, showing clear signs of self-harm.
Yeah, see, I don't like the sounds of that at all. I mean, even if someone's saying that just for attention, it's still the topic, which is really makes me uncomfortable. I've lost too many friends that way, to be quite honest. So I don't know.
And functions, I'm similar to you. When you get old like me, you hang the wreath, put Christmas flowers by the door, pass the checks out, and done. Yay.
Where's my check?
Oh, you're a letter carrier, sober pug? I hate the holidays. Actually, so today I ordered new boots and they came today, which is perfect timing because I'm going to need them tomorrow, and it's been raining all day. So, usually UPS or FedEx, whoever was delivering it, they'll put it inside the porch. Oh no, not today. When it's pouring out, they left it outside.
Jerks.
I'm like, seriously? But my
Okay,
boots are
so
so cool. I was wearing them around the house to, like, break them in, and I felt like such a and then I was like, "My feet are kinda hot." Well, because they're, for cold weather, not for inside your house, so but they're super comfortable. They almost wear like a sneaker.
nice. It was 35 degrees here in sunny California when I woke up. I couldn't believe it. I could see my breath. I was like, what is this
Yeah, it was colder
sorcery?
there than it was in New York.
So weird. Yeah. Oh, so it looks like several people have confirmed that if you're in that situation, that they do in fact put you on a 5150 hold.
Oh, okay. What
Kinders,
is
yes, of course. The eggs, those are the best. I think is that what you're talking about, AMAC, the candy? I try not to I try not to have too much of that brand because it's really nasty. It's not good for you, but it's delicious. The Kinder eggs, like if you buy them in the UK,
Oh,
they
okay. I
have
was
all
like, "What
kinds of
is
cool.
Kinder?"
You know those Kinder eggs? They have like toys inside of them. It's like they're not allowed to sell them the original way they do in the UK, where it has like little pieces, like like a little pieces of toys that you put together the toy. Because it's right in there with the candy. So for obvious reasons, children will be eating plastic. Oh,
Well,
Kinder's the
that's for
deli. I see.
someone.
I see. I see. No, I've never been there, AMAC. I have heard of it though.
And Amy M said tri-tip is popular in California?
Tri-tip. Yeah, that's what I have marinating right now.
Oh, okay, so that's probably because I'm, like, super far behind in chat.
It's a cut
As
of a steak. It's a cut of a steak that it, if you try to buy it in any other place other than California, they call it Santa Maria style steak. And some butchers just throw it away because there's a lot of fat on it. But that's what makes it delicious when you cook it.
and Melissa, I'm sorry to hear that. Melissa said, "For some reason, the holidays get me down, especially now since my husband passed away. He loved Christmas and he loved to decorate. I know the
Oh, that's a
holidays
bummer.
are I feel like they're tough for a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't usually have the best holidays. I get really dissuaded by people that, aren't interested in taking care of other human beings, you know? So, when you're getting all your family together and you're buying each other presents, like, I don't know. It's it's complicated in my head. K Bray says every Sunday night I cook a steak. That's awesome.
Hmm. I actually had mac and cheese and I didn't make it. It was a microwave thing. But yesterday my sister and I went to Red Robin. Oh my god, it was so freaking good.
Yeah, they got some good stuff there.
I got the avocado, well, it was like bacon avocado burger with no when I got it with no bacon, no onion, but it was so good.
I had street tacos yesterday. I've just kind of been snacking all day. I haven't really eaten much of a meal. But those
Oh,
street
Remy,
tacos
I
last
wondered
night
why
were
you had
so
the
good.
OG there. I had to add OG to my name because there's another one who has the same name but spelt differently. I had my name first, so here we are.
I think I saw them. The
Interesting.
imposter Remy. Cammy says her adopted kids love Kinder eggs. Yeah, they're so good. They come with a little spoon and you scoop it out. So good. So,
Oh,
no
well, good.
controversies cooking in the streets.
Well, I mean, BHB had a little bit of a meltdown this morning. She thought that I was Mark, somebody named Mark.
Oh, that was this morning.
Yes.
I saw someone made a video of that. I didn't realize it was this morning. I didn't bother to watch her.
And I actually did make a video. Mine is going to be premiering tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, and it is pretty amazing. But she, of course, doxes me again.
Yeah, and so
So
did so did the
I
so did the piece of crap that like made a clip video of it as well. They didn't make any effort to edit your name out, and they
yep,
know who the fuck they are. Shit's not
yep.
cute, dude. The shit is not cute, dude.
And it literally took me 2 seconds to cut it out on CapCut. I just spliced it.
Yeah,
Cut it, splice.
I mean that is just pure maliciousness what that person did making that clip video. Like,
Oh no, Spitfire, you didn't get a notification. What is
hey,
going
what's up,
YouTube is
Pookie?
like out of control lately. Yes, there were police calls, AMAC. There was one for a suspicious vehicle, and then there was another one for an unaliving threat.
Yeah, that's never
Which
great to hear.
if anyone, I mean, knowing, like I've experienced someone take their life, anyone who uses that in an attempt for anything other than what it should be is is not okay in my mind. Like
Yeah,
they
that's the last thing in the world that you want to weaponize is harming
right.
yourself. I've had friends that were that way. Um, I just had to get away from them because it was just unhealthy to deal with.
Oh, that's true, Corinne. I wonder it wasn't the same day though, because I feel like her that actually scared me when I was watching because like you hear somebody talking and I'm like, "Wait, who is that?" And so BHB, her neighbor made her food and she had told him, just put it on the table. Well, he came in and started talking to her and she jumped, I jumped because I'm like, "Who is that person talking?" Um
I saw that happen to Turtle Boy a couple weeks ago too. He was doing a live stream and you can hear his door boom 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 boom. It's like, oh no, what is happening?
Unbiased News. I like the name.
It
Unbiased
turns
News.
out that the person knocking on his door was just a friend that showed up unexpectedly. I'm baffled said she called the police. It looks like I don't know. Emmy seems to know better than me. I got some screenshots and I saw the police blotter, but I couldn't make sense of it to be honest.
I
It
mean, based
seems to me
on
like she called the police twice.
right, because I don't know if because of the address, I don't believe that someone else would have called a suspicious vehicle in and said, "Oh, it's at her house." They would just say, like, "There's a suspicious vehicle outside my house," I would think.
And I feel like I have to say loud and clear, this channel does not want anyone to go real life to anybody's house ever. Don't call people, don't prank them, don't call their fucking bosses. Don't do any of
Don't
that. We
come to
don't
their workplace with a
don't go to their
bullhorn.
hometown. Don't do any of that. We're on the right side of this, so we got to act like it. Like I don't know. She said I heard Betty say the other day that I don't know someone did something to her house. If that's anybody that's like in watching our videos and they think that they're going to take it in
Yeah,
their
that
own
was
hands and go do something like that, I'm
weird.
going to tell you we don't support you in doing that
That was
ever.
weird because I've never heard of any of that, like, that I've never heard her say that in the months that I followed her, and it was just kind of on a whim, and then she ended her live, so it was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's very strange. I mean, I would. I mean, with friends like Aileen, who knows what will show up at your house, right? So,
Yeah,
I mean, I think she's making some very strange bedfellows.
and Gizmo, I'm so glad your picture is Gizmo again, and in light of it being the holidays, because Gremlins is a Christmas movie, because that's what, what was his name? Oh my gosh. Will? I don't remember what the guy's name was in Gremlins, but the kid, his dad was looking for, the perfect gift, and they got Gremlins instead because he fed them after midnight.
Such a great movie.
Mhm. Oh, wow, Go Bulldogs. 75 yesterday, 47 today. Yeah, it was like 60 here in New York. I didn't even have to wear my coat. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 35.
I brewed my coffee and went and sat on the patio this morning, like I always do, see if the squirrels come around. And I sat down on the bench. It was fucking freezing. I thought I was tripping. I thought there was something wrong with me. And I looked at the temperature. It's at 34 degrees. I I did not expect it to be 34 degrees in California.
Hey,
Not where I
Phoenix,
am,
how are
anyways.
you? Remy says, I put up a tree, a small fake wreath on the mirror in the entry above a table, and that's it. Yeah, they've really decorated at school. Like, they have these little Christmas trees that they bring out in the morning, and then they have to put them away at night because of, the cleaners. And they have, like, it's not it's like not traditional tinsel, but like candy canes that look like tinsel and Christmas tree tinsel around the doors, and it's
Chronicles of the
really
Oblivious says she did not bring up the unaliving stuff until the 8th, so it doesn't sound like YouTube related. Okay, good, because we don't. No, none of us over here are gonna go real life on anyone. I hope.
and let me just okay, so thank you, Chronicles, because I actually want to look really quick.
Gizmo asks, has anyone else hasn't had nasty head cold? I've had like a scratchy throat and like a congestion for a couple days. I don't know what's going on. Oh, so Chronicles says to read both of the comments. I didn't read. I only read the second one. This the first one's
Oh,
off the
okay.
screen for me.
Oh, here, Betty was talking about the wellness check sent to her house. If you look at the date, someone called the wellness check on her on the 5th. Oh. See, I haven't watched her videos completely, so that would make sense. So the 5th is actually when
So I mean, in
so
that case,
someone must have called it in.
it could have been a neighbor or a,
True, it could have been
a family
anybody.
member. It could have been her sister for all we know.
And then the 8th was the suspicious vehicle.
I don't know if it was just me, but I searched for her main channel today and I couldn't find it. I don't know what's going on.
It's there. Noticed the same thing when I went to search for it. It's usually on the top. You had to scroll way down.
Oh.
So
Hmm.
I guess it's called like shadow banning, where they push you way down past like other stuff. But
Well,
it is
good. I
there.
mean,
It's just hard to find.
that's where garbage should be, at the bottom of the bin.
Oh, Gizmo, I'm sorry to read that. Gizmo says, I don't celebrate holidays since my dad passed in 2016, right before Thanksgiving.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Sad.
Yeah, it's things like that. I mean, I've got not the best memories of losing loved ones around the holidays too. So it kind of plays into the vibe for me.
Hey, Twist, thanks for joining. Oh, go Bulldogs. First Christmas with mom in nursing home. It's been really hard for me and my dad, I can imagine.
I moved out. I moved out really young from my parents' house. I mean, well, not really young. When I graduated high school, I joined the military. So I never, ever since then, I've really never had a, it was like friends' Christmases. I would have, you know, Christmases with either my girlfriend or groups of friends. I never really had the classic traditional Christmas since I was a kid. But I like around Christmas. I like to spend a few bucks and cheer some strangers up. People are having a hard time. There's plenty of people having a hard time here in California, and just go to behind any box store, and there they are.
And Christy M, yes, I am apparently everywhere. Everybody, I am an eternal. Because BHB said this morning when I don't know who Mark is, but he really got her started. And she believes that she made a comment that I keep telling her to leave me alone and she keeps coming into my chat. I'm blocked. I can't go into her chat. She figured out coffee is my curse word. So I don't have an alt account anymore. She just I don't get it. And Emmy Headstone account is blocked too.
Amy
So
M asked who is Mark. Mark was the man that commented on Betty's live today and triggered her to fucking dox Emmy once again and go on a rant. I mean,
yep, and he
do you
said,
have it? Did you clip it?
I did, but I didn't cut out
Okay, yeah. Don't
like
don't
where
bother with it
she
then.
says my name. But I edited the one that's premiering.
Oh,
We can
cool.
watch a little bit of it, but
No,
I
no. If
mean,
you can premiere it, that's cool. I didn't know. I didn't see it.
yep, it'll be premiering at 9 Eastern.
Awesome.
And this is where, and again, this is just me, but if I see a comment, like if I'm talking about a case and I see a comment that's not related or inappropriate, my mods will handle it. Or I'll handle it if I look down and see it before they do.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
She
need to
was
have a fucking
talking
rant.
about Crystal Rogers. She was showing a video about Crystal Rogers. She sees the comment, puts it on the screen, stops the video to engage with this Mark person. And so then she finishes, the first part of her rant. She says, okay, we're going to get back to what's important. Perfect. Goes to play the video again. Well, Mark decides to make another comment that she sees. So she stops the video again and continues for another 4 to 5 minutes about, coming to, my school with a bullhorn and all this kind of stuff. And it's just ignore. Like, Mark is probably a troll. I've never even seen Mark before. So it was just like, oh, yep, Davis fam, he didn't edit it out. Sure didn't.
I
Sure
kind
didn't.
of, oh no, he sure didn't. The prick. The prick is still doxing our friend for no apparent reason. Hey, prick, why are you doing that? Why do you think that's okay? And the prick knows exactly who I'm talking to as well. I'm not going to give him any credit by saying his silly little name.
Julie, I can do privacy claims, which I have done repeatedly. Yeah, and
I just don't.
AMAC and CapCut, it's so easy because you go to the place where, whatever you want to cut out, like, so you hit split, it puts a marker, and then you go to where you tap again where you want it to end, and then it just takes it away for you in like a split second.
Literally, Davis Pham says he isn't watching this at Sinner. How would you know what? First of all, how do you know I'm talking about? Second of all, how do you know what he's watching? That's
I think
confusing.
everybody knows because I believe that's the only creator that I know of that's actually posted
Okay.
her
Well, I'm
thing.
not gonna give him any credit with his name.
Oh my gosh, I'm so far
I
behind.
should just be a prick and call him by his real name since he's doing it to everyone
Well,
else.
that would make us just as bad as they are,
I know
so
I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying, like it's fucking ridiculous what he's doing. I don't understand what the goal is. I'm even more confused about literally, literally Davis Pham is just absolutely positive that he's not watching this. I don't understand how you could know that.
I mean, we know he's not gonna chat in here because he's blocked,
No, but I
but
mean, he's not watching this. And then she said, because he isn't. Are you sitting next to him?
and I don't think he would because he clearly doesn't give a shit about me
Yeah,
if he continues to
obviously.
do what he's doing.
Yeah, it just doesn't add up. I don't understand what the game is. I don't understand like who's winning with this garbage that he's doing. I don't like it.
Oh, Julie said Manatee County 911 Services has an easy to fill out form right on their website. You can get transcripts or recording. I've never heard of that before. I always thought you had to go through like the FOIA request, not, well, I guess that is a FOIA request, but I thought it would be a little more difficult than just filling out a form.
No, I think it's pretty easy. I'm not exactly sure. I've never done it myself, but um, I follow a lot of First and Second Amendment auditors. I don't know if you guys know what those people do, but they go out and you know test. They flex their rights and see if they can get away with it. And they oftentimes get 911 calls because 9 times out of 10, when these auditors basically they'll just go in public and film, which they have every right to do, and then undoubtedly somebody comes and tells them they can't do it. So that's the you know the drama in it. Literally, Davis Pham says, "Yikes! Okay, sinner, bye." I was just asking, how do you know he's not watching this? It didn't seem logical to me. Does anybody else follow my logic? How would anyone know what someone else is watching? But bye bye.
Um, wasn't Jersey the one that took pics of her house way back? That I do not know.
It was, in fact, it was. She went
Oh,
there
it was?
and yeah, she went there and took. She was trying to get footage of the damaged roof, and she in fact did go down there
Oh.
and take pictures. She's admitted to as such in the chats in the last week or so. Yeah, Davis fam, don't leave. You're like one of my favorite YouTube people. Like I was curious, genuinely curious how you knew he wasn't watching. I don't have any ill intent here. I'm gonna go on a limb and say he probably is watching.
Wait a minute. AMAC, was that an accident what you did?
I
Hold
can't
on a
see.
second.
I can't see what was done. I've got the StreamYard up.
Because I figured out how I can undo it. Okay. So, Davis fam, you should be able to chat. I don't know if that was an accident or what happened, but
Oh yeah,
I
don't
just
block
blocked
Davison.
you. Well, no, I blocked her and then unblocked her because that's the only way to untime out somebody.
Okay, she responded. She said, "At Sinner, I don't really think he is." That's cool, but I mean, there's no way for you to know. Is all I'm saying. Like I don't think
Although
my dad's.
I
I
would
don't think
really
my
like if
dad's
he
watching this
did.
right now, but I don't know what he's watching. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, Emmy. What'd you say?
I was like, I kind of wish he was watching because then he'd know that he's an asshole and he needs to stop what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I mean, I really don't understand. There's nothing okay with that. Like, and of course, the argument's going to be, oh well, everybody already knows. Well,
Doesn't
I
matter.
mean, everybody already knows because of you. You know, because of him. So it's like, I don't know. It really gives me the vibe that he just thinks we're all a bunch of fucking suckers, and he's sorely mistaken. Okay, so that was
Davis
SoFlo. It
fam, I'm
was an
sorry to read
accident.
that.
Yeah, Davis fam. I didn't mean to upset you. I was just curious. I swear.
Yeah, and she had said because I'm way behind as usual. My grandma died on Christmas Eve suddenly. It was 32 years ago, but still affected me for many Christmases. Of course.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, I remember my grandpa, my dad's dad. Like I can see him now. My grandma had this bench in her like living area. Like it was more like a den. And he would sit on this bench. And I'm sad. I only had 10 years with him. And then I think, my dad was only 36 when his dad died. It's like hard to believe.
Yeah,
Um
that's
yeah, it's
terrible. I
hard.
mean, yeah. I I have a Christmas loss as well. My grandmother passed when I was a kid, just before New Year's. She was raising me at the time too, so it got complicated quick.
Ugh, that's so awful. Oh yeah, I'm Mark and burnt toast. I know.
Mhm.
And apparently oh my gosh, somebody's gonna remember, but there was there was one live. It must have been, I don't think it was this past week, but the week before. Someone was in there talking and she kept calling them Emmy. And I was thinking, that's not me. Like I was at work. Oh my God. And I can see the name. It was a pink avatar picture. And I don't remember what the name was, but somebody's going to remember. But she kept saying Emmy to them. And it's like, they're not me. Like,
Yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, it's just demonstrating characteristics of a paranoid person.
and I didn't realize at first she thought I was Mark. But then when first said, something like, you get that, Mark, Emmy?
I did. I mean,
I'm
she
not
doubled
Mark.
down. She doubled down about going to your school again. She was like, "You're goddamn right. I'll go to her school if she doesn't leave me alone." What?
Yep, I'll go with my bullhorn on public domain or whatever. Good
This
luck with
narrative that
that.
this narrative that nobody likes me is gonna end. It's like that's not how you end it. Try to be personable. Try to apologize for things you've done wrong, and then maybe there's a path to redemption for you, Betty. But right now, I don't see it. I mean, Betty's still young enough that if she could get her shit together and stop being so self-important, maybe she can help people. But she shouldn't do it on YouTube because it's not working out. It's just it's clear that it's wearing her down, and it's brutal to watch. I really have no interest in that. I just don't want her to be. I don't want. I can't witness her doing shitty things without saying something about it. But the first thing she has to do is take some fucking responsibility for the shit that she causes everywhere she goes.
And that's actually what Mark's comment, his first comment was something to that effect, like you're the reason for what's happening or something like that. You create your own problems. And then she did bring up that young girl again in the copyright strikes. And then Mark had to make another comment. And then that really, like, that's when she said my name.
I mean, she's not missing any opportunity to grift this year for Christmas, though. It's hot and heavy. I mean, it's
Oh,
just it's
she said
bored.
that today too.
It is bordering on begging for money. It's like
I had to
embarrassing.
go
It's
2 weeks without income. Well, get a real job and you won't have to worry about that.
it's called vicarious embarrassment is what I feel when I watch her.
I mean, if I wasn't blocked, I could send her a super chat.
Speaking of super chats, that's
Hmm?
funny. I heard the usual suspects talking shit on each other, and one of them said to the other, um, "I never saw so and so send any super chats." I thought it was hilarious, and then I thought about it. I was like, "Wait a minute, I've never seen that person send super chats either, and they have all this money."
Did you see my
Very.
video I posted? It was like it wasn't even that long. It was maybe well, it was Laura and she talked like I have to listen to her on 2 times speed. And
Yeah, I don't.
she talks the same as I do. Like we talk fast up here. So
After what's been going on this past few days with that creator, I'm steering clear.
that whole
It
thing
seems.
is I mean, I didn't understand like the whole yeah, it's just I don't understand why I don't even know.
Yeah, it's very strange. I'm steering
Why are you
clear.
using someone's
Chronicles of the Oblivious
misfortunes
says
for
Sinner we
content?
gave.
I just don't get it.
Chronicles of the Oblivious says Sinner we gave away $1,000 today in Queen Bee's chat. That's not enough. That's way too little, way too late. But that's I mean progress.
But it
I
was
want. I
raised
wonder.
by other people's super chats though, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
that
it
wouldn't
did. It didn't.
necessarily be
Yeah, Queen Bee's not kicking down shit for anybody except for herself.
it wouldn't be giving away, it would be donating donations, which I mean, it's still I mean, you're getting into semantics, but
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, let's have a fundraiser. So what you're saying is, Queen came up $1,000 short today. She didn't spend her own money though. I bet my ass. I wonder how many hungry people are in her neighborhood. I wonder how well she takes care of her community.
and I'm trying to follow this conversation between Remy and AMAC, and I don't think I'm able to figure out how it started, but I think it has to do with BHB.
True Jedi Forever says she could go grab a part-time job like every other person who needs extra money. I have no empathy for her selfishness. Xmas is for kids, and she could care less. I agree with that comment, whether you're talking about Betty or Queen Bee.
And speaking of Christmas, BHB had done, you know, the she had adopted that young boy and was supposed to bring the gifts to the church. And someone actually in chat today, because I was there watching, I think it was today or yesterday, someone in chat did say, weren't you supposed to bring the gifts to the church and videotape it? What happened?
Yeah, I don't
And
believe
that
any of those
comment was
shucksters.
deleted pretty quickly.
Twist says at Sinner, I disagree. Inform yourself before you state a fact. Well, Twist, I I could give two shits whether you agree with me or not. First of all, second of all, what is it exactly that you disagree with? You think that Queen Bee's spending all that money that she's grifting for lawyers to help her local community? I mean, is she? I don't believe she is. Call it a hunch. I'm a great judge of character.
Oh, Happy Life said, Mark is probably one of her last few subs, so she can blame you, sweetheart. Well, apparently I'm him, so I
Functions
mean,
by
there was
Radar said,
nobody chatting in her chat this morning, like nobody.
yeah, she had like 50 people in there. Functions by Radar says, I donate to True Charity. This year it was Angel Tree. Oh, shit. Comment left away.
Oh,
I try to
actually, I'm
do
gonna
things.
skip down because I'm pretty far behind.
I try to do
I
things
just
in my community as well, but you're
Yep,
never
here
going
it
to see
is.
me.
I'll put it on the
You're never
screen.
going to see me going live asking for your money.
Oh
Chronicles of
my
the Oblivious
gosh.
says, why would she give it away when she needs it for a lawyer? Which is why she raised the money in the first place. No, I'm just talking about like just overall selfishness in the way that she doesn't super chat any other creators. Like, she doesn't support other creators with super chats or, cash apps. She doesn't do any of that. She keeps it all for herself. That's selfish.
And Chronicles had said her check this month is for November, right? Because we get paid a month later.
Okay, Twist says it was to support Crude and Grandma Cherry. Now I'm with that. I'm all for that. But that's good.
Right,
That's
but
not
that's not
that's just occurring in Queen's chat. That's not Queen giving any money to anyone because she doesn't. Unless someone could prove to me that she does, that's my opinion.
right. And I was just arguing semantics because it wasn't giving away money, it was raising money through donations to then donate it to those in need.
Yeah,
So it's not really giving away money, it's fundraising, so to
yeah.
speak.
But Twist is saying it was for Grandma Cherry, and I support that. But that's also not at all what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about setting up a donation in someone's chat for someone who needs money. What I'm speaking about, to be more clear, in case no one, just to be abundantly clear, I think Queen is a selfish person, or else she would be super chatting these creators around her. That's how the whole thing works. I mean, just being an ally with a big old loudmouth doesn't help a channel. Chronicles of Oblivion says you're blinded by your hate for her. I don't hate her. I just don't like her. And can't even say, "Oh, that was nice." She didn't do anything nice. We're miscommunicating here. What is it that she did that was nice?
And Twist, I don't think that's what we're saying. Like, we're not saying that Grandma and Crude didn't get the
Yeah,
money.
that's not what we're saying at all. But
And
I
this
mean,
it was miscommunication from the get-go because Chronicles had said money was given away, but it was money that was donated and then
Chronicle says fundraising $1,000
given
for
to
people in
those in
need
need.
that are. Yes, it was nice that Queen's chat contributed money to Grandma Cherry because Grandma Cherry is badass, and I'll stick by that. But what I'm saying, and I'll say it just one more time, none of that money came from Queen Bee. That's my point.
Yeah, I agree. It's been and I can agree with that also and say yes. I don't understand anything that's going on a lot of the lives,
Evie Hope
but
says, Sinner, who cares? Who cares, Sinner? Well, Sinner, we know it didn't come from you. All right, now you're just being insulting. That's just
well,
insulting.
you can't donate if you don't know about it. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and it's
touche.
literally David Spam says, "Well, Sinner, it didn't come from you." How do you know that? Again, you seem to know what people are watching in their homes, and now you know what I do with my money. It's getting more interesting by the moment. Oh, you got cut off.
Oh, and speaking of, I meant to I think it
Oh,
was
I'm
Go
sure.
Bulldogs.
Banana Butt says it's difficult for. Oh, I'm sure it's very difficult for her.
Go Bulldogs, and there was someone who commented on my post, and then Go Bulldogs had said they bought some snacks, and so thank you. I appreciate that. The kids will
Evie
definitely be as well.
Evie Hope says exactly. Emmy Sinner is stuck on his hate. I'll say it again. I don't hate anyone. I mean, there are a few people I hate, but it's no YouTubers. They're not worth that kind of energy. I dislike her. I think what she's doing is perpetrating a fraud upon a community that I care about. So if you think that's hateful, I mean, you might want to get out in the world.
Edie, is it Edie Eid? Any surprise gift is a blessing and a nice thing to do. I agree.
Absolutely.
I
There's
like
not even
surprises.
there's no debate there.
Oh no. Oh wait, what did Road Rash say? Because I think Functions is replying to Road Rash. No, I can't find it. But
This testicle says sinners behaving like BHB and lawyer. Yeah, no, I'm not. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Your name tells me all I need to know. They're balls.
oh, Testicle, they're think maybe not, but I feel like I've seen them over in Glarers. Maybe not. Hey, girl from Issaquah and Green Bean, how are you? Ooh, the 15 freeway. Is that California?
Someone expressed interest in knowing how I grew up. Section 8 is a poor kid.
Oh, I
It's
think I
pretty
just saw that.
it's pretty straightforward. I'd be happy to
Here it is.
discuss it one time, but um, I wouldn't have any other way. To be honest, I wouldn't want to be raised with a silver spoon. Chronicle says if you care about our community, you would be happy Queen Bee organized a fundraiser and help two of our community. You're just not hearing me, Chronicles. What I'm saying is she didn't contribute anything because she's selfish. That's what I feel. But I am all for Crude and Grandma Cherry getting help when they need it. That's what we should be doing. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree, Brandon. Helping someone comes back to you in one way or another. Yeah. I mean, I always pay it forward. Like, I just feel like I'm not rich by any means, but I don't spend a lot of money. Like, I'm very frugal in that way. I invest a lot of it. So if I have, a few bucks and I go to Dunkin', I'll pay for the person behind me just because, and that could make their whole day. Or, like the kid at school, like we bought him Pop Tarts. I mean, just Pop Tarts, and he was smiling and like laughing for the first time in weeks. It's just, just one little thing can change someone's entire day. Oh, okay, Braze, you're single also besides my cat, and yeah, I'm a little behind. Oh no, wait, I guess I'm not that behind. So Beggy has not donated the gifts to the church yet. What I saw today, she said that they're having oh my gosh, what is it called? It's not a gala. It's oh my god, whatever it was. They're having like the festivities at some point, but she didn't say when. I thought it was supposed to be this weekend, but that I don't know. But Chris said, Sinner, do you live in Northern or Southern California?
Yeah, no.
Hey, Scorpio. Hazel
Brandon thinks I'm
Eyes.
angry. Don't worry, Brandon. I'm not angry. I'm just reading these chats in disbelief. Like I just stated my opinion, and everybody disagrees with me. That's cool. I mean, thankfully, I'm not so easily influenced by other people's opinions. And also, I mean, why would someone like come over here and expect me to be nice to that woman? We're not friendly. I mean, if you guys not noticed that they talk mad shit on me over there, so why would I be nice to them? That's irrational. How come I didn't answer your question? Because I don't want to share with you where I live.
Because we all know what happens when you share
Yeah,
things.
I'm
Although
in
some of
Central
you may be
California.
new,
How's
you
that?
may not know what happens, but there's some really crazy people on here who will, quote, "hunt you down" and drive to your town trying to find you. So, that's kind of why.
Yeah, that's bizarre. To go to somebody's house or to call someone's boss is just fucking out of line.
Yep.
Happy Life
Although,
J. Well, Happy Life J likes me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
um, K Bray says, "I'm broke as a joke, but I'm rich in knowledge, and that's how I help people." Yeah, I mean,
That's awesome. Yeah.
you know, ha I'd rather be I think I well, no, I would. I'd rather be intelligent and poor than rich and stupid. Um, you can't take away somebody's education.
Yeah. Yeah. Intellect is valuable. Chronicle says it just shows you're not objective. Disagree with that. In your opinion on anything biased. I don't like the person, and I think she's a fraudster. I don't know how I can be more clear about that. Are you trying to convince me that she's not? Because I mean, it's going to take a lot more than a few comments in the chat to convince me of that. I'm in the middle of the state. I'm just outside of Sacramento, Crispy. The way things are going, you don't really want to just say where you live nowadays on here because people are fucking wacko.
Oh, Twinkles. I feel like Twinkles is the one who sent me an email about Penny. There was a Penny list not too long ago that was, like, really big. I didn't even get to the store. It's like, I just I don't know, ever since C19, I just don't really I can just, order my groceries, I can order my hygiene things from the drugstore. I don't have to go anywhere. I can just have it brought right to my house, and I save gas money, I save travel time. It's just so much easier. Oh, I agree. Functions by radar. The smallest things can make a kid happy. That is why I donate for kids. They have no choice in their lot in life. Agreed. Yeah, Beggy is a good one. I never would have thought about Beggy.
Twist asked me, Sinner, what exactly one example of how Queen Bee grifted? Like, I don't have time to explain it to you. It's to me, the whole thing is an obvious grift.
Yes, kill with kindness. And that's one reason I think BHB despises me so badly, because I get angry, obviously. I mean, I've done that on a live before when, you know, Jersey said she drove to my hometown, but I don't rage. Like, I don't get angry, cuz it takes too much energy to be angry all the time. Wow, Davis Sam. And so Davis Sam, that reminds me, so it's already December. So I had looked, I think it was if I remember correctly, February 23rd is when I started my channel. So it'll be a year this February, which is insane. Like, I can't believe it's been almost a year already.
It seems like it flew by. Twist has yet another tantalizing query for me here. It says, "You're so upset about her, so why?" One example. I'm upset about her? No, no, I just don't like her. There's a huge difference. Like I already people are saying that I'm jealous, I hate her, and all this other stuff. Those aren't my words. Those are words that everyone else is saying. I dislike her and I think she's perpetrating fraud on YouTube.
And hey, Notre Dame. So this is why Sinner and I created this channel, because we obviously don't agree on things. We're still trying to come up with, an intro that we both love. And so my channel is for me, and I'm always going to be who I am. And this channel is for myself and Sinner.
Hi, I'm
And
Sinner.
yeah,
In case you guys didn't realize what was
so
happening here.
that's why we created this channel, because it I'm still who I am. It's just a different platform where we can both be on panel and people know what to expect. So, I mean, I always say, you don't have to like well, I don't like a lot of people, but hate is a really strong word, and I don't hate
Yeah,
well, there's one person I hate, and that was a kid in high school who spit in my face. He is
it's
the only person I hate in
that's
this world.
crazy. Fuck that
Yeah,
guy. Yeah,
yeah, we were 16 and he
I don't
spit in my
harbor hate.
face.
I don't harbor hate. I mean, really, it's just disdain. It's like I what I call it is righteous indignation is what I have. So it's not hate. Hate is can make you physically ill. I don't hate anyone.
All right. Crispy, let me see. Crispy is going back and forth.
I'm away from the
It's hard
chat
to
now.
follow.
So
Oh, you're a homebody too? Yeah. I haven't been to a mall in probably 20 years, and I don't miss it. I hate crowds. I will go to concerts, but I mean, it's not as bad like going to a concert, because it's not as, it's not like that mass exodus at the end. So concerts are okay, but I hate them all. I hate traffic, even though I'm in it all the time. Like,
I think I prefer festivals. That way there's more room. It's usually grass. I don't like being smashed up in a building for concerts anymore. I used to love that shit, but I just outgrew it.
oh yeah, something we can all agree on. Hey Lisa, how are you? How did Jingle Ball end up? Because I saw your desserts that you sent pictures of. And I don't know if I ever asked you how it actually went, because it did look, I mean, you were like right by the stage. Yes. Actually, there was something I was going to talk about, and now I don't remember what it was, because um well, I did talk about the snow. So for those of you who are coming in a little late, I am really praying to the universe that we have at least, well, I want just a delay. I want to go to school. I want to go to work tomorrow, but I just want a delay. Because most likely if we have a delay, a lot of the kids won't come to school anyways. So it'll be like we had a snow day.
I'm back in front of the comments now. I was stepped away for a second, but I saw someone had like a long question for me, but I couldn't read it fast enough before it disappeared.
Well, I'm 5 minutes behind, so
Oh, okay.
I'll
When
probably
you
get
see it,
to
let
it.
me know, please. Yeah.
Hey Willow, how's the pig? How's the pig doing?
Hey, what's up, Willow?
Oh, so flow mama. It's what? Yeah, 15, well actually like 14 days, because I mean, some people might do last minute shopping on Christmas itself, but like 2 weeks. It's insane. And my niece, I text her yesterday saying, any requests, anything you really want, anything you want me to look for. She hasn't responded yet. I'm like, well, clearly she's not that excited about getting gifts from her aunt. So, I have some ideas for my nephew, but my niece won't respond. So I'm like, well, she might just be getting whatever I pick.
You probably darts and throws
Hey,
that shit
Reaper.
in the trash. So what else is going on? I see everyone's going.
Oh, shoot. This just completely jumped forward. It didn't do that the whole time. And then all of a sudden it just went all the way down. I saw someone tagging Nunya, and then I was like, wait, I haven't seen her comment yet. Oh my God, it really skipped forward.
I think Nunya came over to start trouble. Watch out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think you're gonna get that delay tomorrow, Emmy. I got a feeling.
Oh, I know what we can do quick. Okay, so and for anybody out there who gets snow, there is a site called Snow Day Calculator, and I'll put the link in the chat that I use, and it's usually pretty accurate. So for those of you who may be in the snow path, this is what I use, and so I'm obviously not going to show it because you have to put in, your zip code. And then you also have to put in how many snow days you are budgeted for, and then like the type of school. All right, let's see.
Nunya says,
Prediction. So prediction for snow day tomorrow is 99% chance.
see, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but I don't want to stay up really late thinking it's going to happen, and then it doesn't happen.
True.
Yeah, AMAC, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I will say, nothing on the classroom list that I made is for me, but I did put something on for my TA because she does not have a computer chair, or a desk chair. She has to use one of the student chairs to sit at her desk. So I did put, I might actually just buy it myself eventually, but I did put on an office desk chair for her. She doesn't know about it. So, but all of the other stuff, it's all for the kids. And someone had said I had put adult coloring book, it was like a lot of 5 or 6 coloring books. And so they're like, are we missing something? And the only reason I did that is because you could get 6 coloring books for not very much. Whereas the kids coloring books, it was like $4 or $5 for one coloring book. I'm like, forget that.
A blank slate said that they scored a 24 pack of Sharpies for $8. That's awesome. Sharpies were my life in high school.
I like Sharpies. And now they have the colored Sharpies, which are even better. And they actually have Sharpie highlighters now, which are great. Erasable highlighters are the best. I wish we had those growing up.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Oh my gosh, they're so cool. It's almost like, so you highlight, right? You highlight, the one end is like a yellow highlighter. You highlight something and you're like, oh crap, I highlighted the wrong thing. You flip the highlighter over and there's this white, it's white. And so you go over it with the other end and it completely unhighlights what you had highlighted.
No shit. That's awesome.
It's like magic.
Do you have to do it right away? What if you let it dry?
I think it still takes it away.
That's awesome. So you could just mark up.
But
you can mark up all your textbooks,
right.
And then
but if you wanted to highlight it again, it doesn't highlight as well as it did the first time.
I see.
It's like,
so it'll leave like a residue.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But it is. It's
one of my prized possessions is a pen that it's a pen and pencil set that I purchased in Tokyo when I was there. It's just that, I must have had it now for 20 years, and it still works like the day I bought it. I never had to replace the ink. I never had to replace the lead. It's just the most efficient little mechanism I've ever seen in my life.
So was this the comment center? It says, so Happy Life said, I have no clue what clip channel, but the way you stand with your beliefs and speak truth, that's people trying to trigger you. Stay strong in who you are. I don't know if
I
that's the one,
appreciate
but
that. I
I'm
appreciate that.
now
I'll be
8
like,
minutes behind, so
no,
it may not be that one, but
I appreciate that comment, and I'm fully aware that I'm a triggerable person, so I do my best. Um, but even when I'm triggered, I tell you the truth. So it's not like I get angry and make shit up.
oh, Chronicles, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for her. I'm not gonna file first because 'cause I'm not going to Florida. Hell no.
K Braze says he changed it. Yeah,
Oh,
I don't have any real life enemies either. I mean, at least not that I know of. But I also have a difficult time with the term real life because I mean, I'm real life sitting on a couch with my phone in my hand and real life speaking to you guys. So it's all real life for me. I don't have the ability that so many I am envious of people that have this ability to just separate it so they can just go online and just be this person and then offline they're a different person. I mean, that's
yeah, I clearly wasn't able to do that myself.
I just can't do it. I mean, I could keep a I can keep a bit going for a long time, but I don't think I could just like portray myself other than the way I actually am. That's like acting. I'm not an actor.
Oh, and speaking of BHB, so there is Alaska who was in BHB's chat not too long ago,
Oh, I
causing
love it.
trouble, of course. I don't know, she or he, um, they have a countdown
It's
to the court
incredible.
date, which I thought was hilarious. Let me actually, I'm gonna try to find their channel. I'll post it because I was
Yeah,
like,
I
"What is
haven't.
this countdown?"
Yeah, I turned it on the television in the den. It's just been on the whole time. I got to support that. It's incredible. It's such a smart thing. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Fuck! Why didn't I think of this?" And that I popped in a few times too, and the chat's pretty entertaining. Everyone's in good
Oh, here
vibes.
it is. It's called the BHB. Oh, and they changed the graphics. It's kind of cool. So I was just like, this is so, like it's such a snarky thing to do, but it's amazing.
It's pretty
I was
awesome.
like, oh my gosh. So the countdown at this point, there is 1 day, 15 hours, 11 minutes, and 7 seconds
And I
until
honestly,
December
I have no
12th.
idea who Alaska is, but that's a brilliant idea.
Do I make snow angels? Not anymore. I wouldn't be able to probably get up. Well, I could get up, but I would ruin my snow angel in the process. It would probably end up looking like I don't even know what. Not an angel though. Oh, here's a question. Speaking of, I was just thinking of, living in the Northeast. So, how many of you have heard of fishers, the animal, not, like the person who goes fishing,
Yeah,
but
see, I'm
fisher?
from the Northeast. I'm from the Northeast, and I've never heard of it until yesterday when you told me what it was. Looks like a badger.
Yeah, it's like they're related to the weasel.
Yeah, it looks like a fat ferret.
Yeah, and it's got a fluffy tail like a fox, and it almost looks like a bear, a cross between a bear and a dog.
I think you're gonna have to show a photo.
Actually, let me go.
Aramay says I have some down back in the woods. Yeah, I see. I'm from outside, just outside of Pittsburgh, and I've never even heard of this animal.
Yeah, so I was saying how we were talking about squirrels earlier and how I was like, I I just realized like normally I have a ton of squirrels in my backyard and this year I really haven't. And so we were talking and I was like, I mean, I've had a fisher in my backyard before. Well, what do fishers eat? Squirrels. So I was like, well,
Yeah,
maybe that's why. So this is a fisher cat. We just call them fishers, but they're fisher cats. and they look like weasels. They're bigger though, obviously. Um,
Unbiased News says fishers are 10% Wolverine and 90% Satan. That's
yeah.
hilarious.
I mean, look at
Yeah, I
their
mean,
teeth.
if they're attacking little cute squirrels, man, they're no friend of mine.
I mean, and they're not nice. They're
It,
nasty little
it's
things, even
crazy.
though
Like
they're super cute.
depending on the photo of them, they look
Oh
like
my gosh,
several.
look
Like it
at this
almost
one,
looks
how
like a little
cute.
bear.
Yeah, look how cute that one is. Like, you wouldn't think they're ferocious. He's just sitting there, minding his own business. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, here's like kind of, and they kind of like skulk. Like they don't, I don't know how to, it's almost like, yeah, like they're like tiptoeing. Like that's how they're like tiptoeing away, like they skulk.
Oh, Tazzy, the poll, yeah, most of us can't see it. The first, it's are you
Oh,
ready for Christmas? Yes or no? Yes is on top, no on the bottom.
yep. So are you ready? Oh, whoa, that is actually, so this guy, clearly that Fisher is not, I would think, not alive, but maybe it is, maybe it's sedated. It's pretty big. I mean, it's like a dog, like a small, well, medium-sized dog, probably.
Yeah, I
I
mean, it
mean, they are
almost
really cute,
looks like a small,
but
like elongated bear. Strange.
yeah, I mean, they do go in trees. Yeah. Yep. So that's a fisher. If anyone didn't know what a fisher is. Oh, here's an angry fisher. Let's see what these look like. Oh my
Kelsey
gosh,
said
look how cute is
Kelsey thought
that?
it was a Kelsey thought it was a bird. So when Emmy mentioned this animal yesterday, I thought it was a bird too. So we're in this together. I was like, what do you mean a fisher? Like a fisherman?
No, fisher. And then koi dogs. I'm sure people have heard of koi dogs.
Yes.
Yeah. But fishers, you don't see them very often, so that's why when I saw one, I was like,
Are they
wow.
stinky? Are they stinky like ferrets are? Like how ferrets have that nasty,
Um,
musty
I
smell?
can let me see. Fisher cat stinky? Google it.
I don't know. They just look. I mean, because you know that
Um,
musty smell ferrets have. I don't know if you've ever been around ferrets,
okay, well,
but
it does say that they often leave scat or urine on certain surfaces, so kind of like
hmm,
cats. They mark their territory, to which they and other fishers return, suggests that scat and urine are used for scent communication.
okay.
So kind of like, cats. I mean, they do the same thing. Dogs, they mark their territory.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Juju
So
Hair
now
says
everybody knows what a fisher is.
they're in the Wolverine family. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, I hope I get to see
Yeah, they
one. I'm
do
gonna
look a
be.
little bit like
You may
You've
have to
never
share a
heard of
picture of.
koi dogs? Okay, so let
Yeah,
me let me
I was gonna
a
say.
koi dog is almost like they're like wild dogs. They're also very mean. They're almost like coyotes. Yeah, they're a cross between a coyote and a dog. So let me go to
Oh, hey,
we
bye,
just found
Lisa.
a
Thanks for
photo.
coming. Have a good night at work.
Oh, I see you, Lisa. Yep, so these are koi dogs. So I mean, they very much look like coyotes, but they also look like dogs. So you could mistake a koi dog for an actual dog.
Oh, for sure. It looks just like a dog.
But they are not nice. They're not nice. Yeah. Let's
Beautiful
see.
animal, though.
Oh my gosh, look how cute that one is. Let's go to this site and see what this says. Um, yep, they are. They're so cute, but or they call them koi wolves. I've never heard that before. They have a complicated gene pool and a reputation for stealth. Yeah, a chubby coyote. Yeah.
Brandon says we have coyotes around here. They're building so much they have nowhere else to go. Yeah, it's nasty in California with coyotes too. I was camping at Joshua Tree National Park last year before last, and I was by myself. And I was in my tent. I heard one coyote, and then I heard another one, and then they just It sounded like they were in every friggin' direction. It was like terrifying. I finally had to get out of the tent and just scream at the top of my lungs, and they ran away. But it felt like they were getting closer and closer. I was just like, geez, how many are there? And once they get cackling, it's like really not a nice noise at all.
There was years ago I would follow, it was called Daily Coyote, I think it was. And it was about there was a book about it too, and this young girl, they lived out west somewhere and, they would, remove the fox and the
Some,
coyote, not the fox, the coyotes, because they would, harm their cattle. Well,
yeah,
there was a
well,
baby that she rescued and raised. So,
someone, I missed their name. The chat's moving too quick for me to, but they said real men don't kill coyote. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I owned a farm and, my livelihood depended on each one of my chickens being sold at the end of the season, sorry, coyote. That's a wrap for it. I mean, I don't think you should hunt them for sport. That's ridiculous. But if you're protecting your livestock, I mean,
EDE says, "What is the last concert we attended?" Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think.
I went and saw a rapper named Prof not very long ago, and I got to meet him. It was badass. You guys think I'm a jerk? You should hear this guy.
I don't know what the last concert, maybe New Kids on the Block? I don't know. I don't do concerts as much as I used to. I do more Broadway now, but I
Is
feel like it was
Spitfires?
probably
I was just I if Pookie's here, the last concert I went to was this rapper named Prof. It's Prof. And one of his previous albums before this tour was called Pookie Baby. So now every time I go on YouTube to watch a video from that album, I got to think of Spitfire because it says Pookie real big in gold letters.
Oh my gosh, SoFlo, that's so cute. Your daughter made a Google slide for her wish list. Oh my gosh. How times have changed. We would have the Sears and JC Penney catalogs, they would come, right before Christmas, and we would have to sit down and we would fight over who got it first. And so we'd go through and write down all the things we wanted. And Road Rash hasn't done any shopping, didn't put the tree up yet, more of a Halloween person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I usually don't have a lot of people to shop for, being the lifestyle that I live. But this year I got friends nearby, so I think I got to buy presents. They've got little kids, so I think I want to get them light brights because I don't think they know what
oh my
that
god,
is.
light brights are so cool.
Yeah, it's the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, I wouldn't complain if we got a snow day, but it's too early. It's only early December. I mean, we still have to get through to March. And if we use all our snow days, they first take them from spring break. And spring break is so early this year that it would we need that break.
Edie said my last show was U2. Did you have a chance to see them in Vegas in that new venue? That's YouTube's home base now. Is that um, Sphere in Vegas? I mean, I'm sure they'll still tour their fucking U2, but they're gonna have like a residency there. I want to go there so bad. I haven't had a chance.
Oh, girl from Issaquah, if only. I want a snow year too. That would actually be I don't want snow per se, but if I could have a year off with pay, that would be ideal. Wishful thinking, are you supposed to get snow in Philly? Usually you're like when I lived in Philly, we kind of got I remember we actually did get one snowstorm. We were shut in for like 2 days. It was close to 2 feet of snow. But that's like not normal. It's usually like rain, ice mix. Oh yes, Brandon, absolutely. I'm actually going to be talking about the storms in Tennessee and Kentucky tomorrow during my True Crime and Storytime live tomorrow afternoon. Well, it might be earlier. Right now I have it scheduled for 4, but based on what happens tomorrow, I may actually be going live earlier, so just make sure you have your notifications on. Um
Yes,
but yeah,
Brandon's.
I saw that many people lost their lives and it's bad.
It's terrible. I know it's just terrible. I was watching Ryan Hall. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ryan Hall, y'all. He has a not Storm Chaser channel. Well, he has a YouTube channel, and then he has a team that's out there doing the storm chasing, and he's just so good at it. He has a lot of the best programs for like weather tracking, that he pays for. So he has details like 10 minutes before, the weather channels have them. Happy Watcher says, Emmy isn't so and so from Tennessee. Yes, that person is from Tennessee.
Yes, the person who shall remain nameless.
Yes.
Yeah, see, Remy, I would do that if I had a printer in my classroom, but we have to send everything to the main office, it's not a big deal, but it would just be easier to print a coloring sheet and then make copies. But now I actually did print copies for Halloween, and the kids weren't really, I mean, I love coloring, but the kids are like who colors? Hello. Yeah, I
my
agree, K-Braze. I love
my
coloring.
buddy's children had that. They have a huge coloring book collection. Lately, my buddy and his son have been doing puzzles. Pretty fun to watch them staring at the table like obsessed. Blank Slate says, last concerts I went to and took my boy to see Dave Matthews and Metallica for. Oh, that's awesome. Metallica and Dave Matthews. That's eclectic. But I'm the same way. I listen to really different types of music.
So now you see how far behind I am in chat. I just got to where people are asking about erasable highlighters.
Oh man,
Mhm.
I I don't understand. Obviously, I've never gone live myself, so I don't understand how you can get so far behind. There's no way.
Because
There's no way to like fix that.
well, no, because I wanna read the comments. So, like, on my phone, right? So, like, if I was just looking at my phone, I could, but because I'm looking at StreamYard, I just and then I put it on, and then we have a discussion, so then I don't keep the chat on our phones keep moving. Like, we can stop it, obviously, but it keeps moving. On StreamYard, it stops where I want it to, unless it decides to, like, completely jump forward and be uncooperative.
Gotcha. Tazzy,
Yep.
are you down in Tennessee or? It's terrible, the destruction. It really is. Like, the communities down there, from what I understand, are pretty cohesive though. I mean, they take care of each other. At least I know that's true of Memphis.
Twist,
Yes,
thank you for that. Twist said, "I
AMAC.
come in peace. I am just not afraid to ask questions. Good conversation."
I'm all totally with that. I just felt like I was
Oh my gosh, unbiased news. Every time I see CNN, I'm like, I'm thinking, "What is this CNN in here?"
twist.
Has
I
she
just felt like
publicly
a
apologized? Not that I know of, no.
twist.
Oh, and Purple
I just
actually
felt
answered.
like we were twist. I just felt like we were miscommunicating. So I apologize if I sounded harsh. Um I totally understand that some of my opinions aren't popular, and that's just and I could be wrong. Time will tell, but I just follow my gut. And yes, Purple Fire, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate it.
SF said on Twitter that the young girl that BHB emailed harassing her were sent to YouTube. I couldn't find her channel and thought it was gone, but it's like it's buried way in the, you have to keep scrolling to find it.
Chazzy says the sirens scare the hell out of me. I'm sorry, that sucks. Yeah. I'm guessing they have like localized like air sirens.
Wow, see, so everybody learned something. Well, most people learned something today. They learned what a fisher was and what a koi dog was. Reading the comments, like I'm kind of going quick now. The number of people who didn't know what a fisher was or a koi dog.
Yeah,
I guess, depending on where you
I was completely wrong about
live.
the koi dogs. I thought they were more like prairie dogs.
Oh no, these are like, they're savages.
So, have the storms subsided down there in Tennessee? I haven't gone back to look at Ryan's channel.
I believe so, because so last night, well, early this morning, they had said a chance of storms. I was woken up last night. It was probably like, I think it was 3:34, a huge clap of thunder. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I think they've probably moved. I mean, I think it's here now, the storms that were in Tennessee and Kentucky.
Gotcha.
And it's been raining since this morning. Like, it's still raining outside. And I was thinking earlier, if it was all snow, it would have been really awful.
Oh yeah, I remember the blizzard. I think it was 94, maybe it was 93 in Pittsburgh. It was like 4 feet of snow. I mean,
Ugh.
I never see anything like it since. I mean, even in Montana.
I will say last winter was pretty mild. It wasn't, I mean, normally the snow is pretty high, but I think we got lucky last winter. So I hope this winter doesn't come back, twofold.
I see you, Julie. I know you're joking. Took me a second, halfway through that comment, and then I saw the second comment. I was like, okay, good, jeez. And I do care about this community, and I show it by contributing money to good channels and trying to spark conversation whenever I feel I have something to offer the conversation. That's what I do. That's the part that I do for whatever this YouTube thing is. And I don't know. I wish I could do more. I mean, I wish I could, but unfortunately, I'm not rich. So the things that I do for people, I try to do in my own community, and YouTube's kind of new to me. So a lot of times I feel it's more substantial to go help someone in person, you know. But again, I didn't know that grand that was raised over there was for Grandma Sherry, and that's great. I
Yep,
have no
and
beef with
crude.
that at all. I think that's awesome.
So in theory, Crude was paid back the money he had to pay Blowhard because
Oh
she's a
yeah, that's right.
blowhard.
That's right. It was $500 that she threw the check
Yep.
in the screen. I'm not very familiar with Crude. I've heard good things. I missed that whole thing. It was before my time. I did notice pretty right away that there was like a surge of people excited that they were back. So that's got to be good news.
Oh yeah, Brandon. Once I'm able to, I don't know if I'll stay in New York my whole life. I mean, I probably will. But if I could go somewhere warmer, I definitely would. Like Carolinas would be good. Like, I don't want Florida. Florida's too hot, but like the Carolinas, that would be
South
ideal.
Carolina was the hottest place I've ever been.
Really?
Well, I was in Paris Island, so it was slightly different than a tourist. But yeah, it was. I was there June, July, and August, and it was hot. It was so hot.
Oh, Tazzy. We had one come from Clarksville. I think that's the one I had seen. I don't remember who, but someone had posted where the tornadoes were. And I believe the one that I had seen where there were some fatalities was near Clarksville. So it says devastation in Clarksville, Hendersonville, Nashville, and Springfield is terrible.
I have a buddy down there. I called. And, they were hunkered down. Purple Fire said, "I'd like to know more about what happened with his situation, Crudes." But he'll speak on it. Yeah, I don't know the details really. I know there was some doxing going on. I don't know, some
There were
battle with Betty.
accusations that weren't true.
Yeah, there's the same old thing, the same thing that Betty does to everyone that disagrees with her.
Oh my gosh,
But I think it
Tasmanian
was
devils are so cute.
there were lawsuits involved in that, right? And then
Yep.
eventually Crew just paid her the $500 or whatever just to leave him alone. So on
Mhm.
paper, it looks as though he's settled, but really he was just paying her to go away.
Right.
Is that right? I mean, that's what
Yeah.
Functions by Radar says. New Mexico is my favorite place to live. It's beautiful there too. I was down in Santa Fe, was it Albuquerque. I went to a festival called Zozobra in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or right outside of there. But it's like a family friendly Burning Man type thing. It's real strange. You have this big effigy that they burn at the end of the night.
So Juju said, Sinner, the blizzard of 93. I was on a school ski trip and we got stuck up at Snowshoe Mountain Ski Resort in West Virginia for over a week. Oh my
Oh yeah,
gosh.
yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Most people don't realize that the city of Pittsburgh is, if you wake up in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and walk west or south for like 3 hours, you'll be in West Virginia. It's sort of right in that lower right hand, southwest corner. So you have to go through West Virginia, the panhandle of West Virginia, to get to Ohio from Pittsburgh, basically, if you're traveling west.
That's nice, Julie. I enjoy the varying opinions and the ability to disagree over here. Yes. And sometimes you just have to agree to disagree because it's like that endless, you're always going to be circling. Like,
Yeah, I agree. Juju Harris says she threatened Crude's family, and he left YouTube and settled because he feared. Yeah, feared for his family's safety. I mean, that's the best reason to leave
mm-hmm.
YouTube if you think there's anything. Like, it's just so terrible that anybody wants to do that to somebody. Like we were talking about hate earlier, you must really hate somebody if you're going to try to make them afraid of you, or to threaten to their well-being or their financial stability. It's just unfucking acceptable. Like, it's never okay. I mean, not even enemies do that to each other.
She sure was, Julie. Yep. She sure was talking about it. And she showed the check. She showed the paperwork from that and
Oh,
like doxed his banking information. Like, no bueno.
Julie said she lived in Washington, PA, McKees Roxas. It's right up my alley. Washington's a weird little town. So I'm getting scatterbrained here. Yes, that blizzard in '93 was intense. Like, it was the only time I've ever like tunneled to my neighbor's house, to my buddy down the road. Like, couldn't even get on the snow. Had to go in the snow. Purple Fire says she's all talk. I'm assuming Betty. I don't think she expected Queen Bee to fight back. I'm glad she did though. Hoping this puts a stop to bets. Yeah, me too. Twist says my man called BS sinner. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but
I think it's just a joke. I'm caught up with chat though now. So that's good because I'm not behind. So I'm like where we should be. But I don't think BHB will stop. I believe that she's that arrogant and narcissistic that
yeah,
she truly believes what she believes. And I don't think it's going to stop.
Petunia says I was born in Monongahela. That's a small world. My family's from a town right near Monongahela.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Monongahela,
Monongahela.
yeah, it's a Native American tribe. It's also one of the three rivers. You know, you hear Pittsburgh, you hear the three rivers. Yes, it's 26 miles south of Pittsburgh, to be precise.
Cammy. Cammy says that's why I keep most of my opinions to myself. Someone's always pissy. Well, that is true, but I mean, even like at school with my students, I'm not going to lie to them. They'll ask me something and I'll tell them the truth and they're like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. What's that going to do? Nothing. I have nothing to hide. You want to know something? I'll tell you the truth. You want to know who gave you a referral? It was me."
What I remember about Monongahela, PA, is they have around Halloween time they have like really cool. There's super old houses there, super old. I mean, I don't want to say a date and get it wrong, but they're a couple hundred years old, and they're beautiful like brick homes, and they have like obviously homes that old have stories, so they have like candlelit ghost story like tours, and people dressed in like time period dresses, and it's pretty slick. My grandmother would take me there as a kid. Twist said something about walking from Pittsburgh to West Virginia. Yes,
Oh my
it's,
gosh, is Happy
it's
Life still
maybe
here?
I don't know.
So Happy Life, I just got your email and OMG. I would have never thought to do that with Sharpies, but now I have an idea. That is hilarious.
I think it would be cool to have live one time and have people show off their art and crafts. I was a part of a couple discords that I post, you know, photos of my paintings in, but I don't go in those. Uh, I don't really go in those discords so much anymore.
I have never well, I think I was in a Discord once and I had no idea what was happening, so I just
Montour
left.
Trail. Oh yes, the Montour Trail. See, Twist knows. Yeah, in
Oh,
fact,
girl from Issaquah, thank you so much.
I walked down there with a couple of buddies in middle school. We walked down, left home early in the morning, and got there. I think it was around dinner time. We camped out. We went down to the Mason-Dixon line, the line that delineated the North and the South during the Civil War. And there's like a couple old posts there with signage on it. It explains the significance of the site.
Hey, a blank slate. I didn't see you before, so hello. I feel like I said hi to most people. I'm a baffled. I don't think I said hi to you. I tried to
Cape
put people's things on the screen so they knew that I was reading them.
Cape Ray says, "Sinner, yes, up." It went away.
Who was it? Oh, here,
Cape
I got
Ray's.
it. So, yes, I think it would be fun to have people try and make something and then everyone show how they made theirs.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh, K-Bray says, I make cat toys like the ones they step on, and a popsicle stick comes up and they go to get it and it goes back down because they're off the pedal. Oh, so kinda like a whack-a-mole, kind of.
Twist says, "I was the local bartender center." Awesome. Noble profession.
Hey, Jeannie. Yes, Jeannie does make journals, which is really cool.
My older sister does that. She does scrapbooking and all that. I don't like to be cluttered, or else I'd be more prone to do it.
My dad turns wood. So, since he retired, he was an engineer, and since he retired, he found well, he started with clay, and then he now turns wood into bowls, candlesticks, like anything really, ornaments, which is I mean, I just think it's amazing that you can take something and make something so gorgeous out of it.
Yeah, I can paint a painting, but I when I to build something, it's a whole different challenge for me. I have I'm friends with this older gentleman from Santa Barbara who's a neighbor of mine downstairs. He was a big old pothead. So when I was out, I would go down and get a nug from him when I was going to college out there, and he makes handmade guitars, and he has this whole system set up in his garage. It's just the craftsmanship in that is just fucking amazing. Of course, I could never afford one because he sells them for thousands of dollars, but beautiful handmade acoustic guitars.
Oh, Cammy says, "I've been on YouTube since 2017 and just made a Twitter account today." I actually I deleted all of my Twitter, but then I was like, "You know what? Like, all the, like it seems like all the updates happen over there with certain things, so I'm like, "You know what? I reactivated my Headstones Twitter account, but I just really go on there to see, if something happens, I can go over there and get the screenshot or but,
Yeah, I do have
I
a
don't
Twitter
really
account,
use
but
it.
I don't use it. I shut it down. It was getting too weird. Because like I didn't protect myself well enough coming into this YouTube thing. So like my Twitter is just me. The photo of me is just like my face. So before my anonymity was taken from me by a couple of goofballs, you know, I didn't really want to show my face to strangers like that. But now I'm a lemon.
Yeah, because 'cause you're sour.
So sour.
And I'm just Snoop. And actually, he has a candy cane, so there's the sweet part.
There you go.
So K-Brace had
Road rash.
said,
Oh, sorry,
"I
go ahead.
make art out of car parts, like a
Badass.
camshaft lamp. I can only imagine what kind of mind he has because I do the same stuff." Yeah, it's my
That's
dad is
awesome.
super smart, like, super smart.
Road rash says I like to paint, but I'm no Bob Ross. Oh, I love Bob Ross. Bob Ross, it's almost impossible. Bob Ross probably painted more paintings than almost any other contemporary artist, and you can't buy one of his paintings. They're just not for sale. They're all in a warehouse somewhere that I found a YouTube video about it. It's the strangest thing.
Hey, JD. I definitely think that counts if you build dirt track race cars, definitely a craft as
Oh,
well
that's
as an
awesome.
art. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's rewarding work right there too. You can
Hey,
zip around
Green,
on
how are
something you built.
you? Hey, hippie, you just found it today? Where you been, girl? We've been around well, we don't come live very often.
I could have
We
swore I
try
saw
to I
Hippie
guess we
here.
try to do, like, once a week. Usually I'm, hogging up all the time on my channel, but
Wait, what? K-Braze says Bob Ross was a master sergeant. I did not know that. Really? I gotta write this down. I gotta look this up. I had no idea.
wow.
It's not
And
too
yes,
often.
Purple Fire. Snoop is smoking the candy cane. So,
Yes.
for those of you who don't know, because I said it at the beginning of the live, but yesterday, AMAC had a holiday live. So SoFlo Mama, myself, and AMAC were all talking about holiday stuff. And so I was like, I needed a different avatar because it's, Christmas time. So I looked up Christmas stoner and this came up and I was like, that is perfect.
And yes,
Perfect.
yes, that kind of stoner. Let's go. Brandon says, at AMAC, I make pens and also gibbets for Crocs. What are gibbets? Oh, you like the jewels that go on Crocs?
Yeah, Green, I'm not doing bad actually. It's calmed down a little bit, but I still have people saying my name on purpose. But
Yeah, it's just bizarro world.
and apparently my name is Mark now. Uh
Well,
yes.
Hippie, I'm glad you found us. I swore you were here before. I didn't know.
I
I
thought so
swore.
too, but maybe
I think
maybe
I
we
just
were
see
on
Hippie
it was
so often.
probably my channel we were on.
Could be, yeah. I see her so often that it's like, hard to pinpoint. Cammy says
That is
Bob Ross
so
puts me to
cool,
sleep.
Hippie. I love upcycling. I just think it's so cool.
Oh yeah.
I can't do it, but I appreciate those who can.
Well, it's a whole genre of contemporary art is like found found artifact art sculptures. I mean, it's its own specific, very specific thing, and it's usually popular. And it's cool. Like I can't remember who said it, but they said they build things with car parts, and like that's the coolest shit ever. Like I've seen some really impressive sculptures that way. No, we're not leaving hippie behind.
Nope. And that's why I try to post when we're going live over here. I always try to post it on my community page because that way if you didn't know, you would be able to find out.
Functions by radar. It's pretty easy. If you just tap on your create button on your channel, it'll you could just put your photos right in there and it'll pop up on a stream in your community post.
Oh yeah. And Juju said Mr. Rogers was a Marine.
I knew that,
I did
but he
not know that.
actually no. Actually, that's a rumor or an urban legend. The urban
Yeah?
legend that it was that he was a sniper and he's got full sleeve tattoos. It turns out he was actually never in the military. That one I know because I'm from Pittsburgh and my neighborhood was Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Bob Ross puts you to sleep. I would probably say the same thing, Cammy. So I haven't watched him in a while, but I mean, he's so soft spoken. It's like that soothing. It's like, oh, I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could fall asleep to Bob.
say my name. Yeah, don't say my name, say my name. I mean, at least she's calling me Emmy now, but I mean, just stop with my full name.
Drew Carey was a Marine. That's very true. He was a reservist, but he still went to boot camp. Drew Carey had a
Yeah.
rough couple of years. Like I watch this stand up. It's a live stand up show every Monday on YouTube. It's called Kill Tony, Tony Hinchcliffe, and he had basically everybody puts their name in the bucket. You get your name pulled. You go up and do 1 minute of stand up, and then they do a short interview afterwards. It's so hilarious. But they had this one contestant on there a few years ago. He's very awkward, and even Tony Hinchcliffe says, "Man, this guy's a serial killer." He didn't even know that he was talking to an actual murderer. This guy goes on like a year later and starts stalking Drew Carey's ex-girlfriend, and then of course it escalated to the point where he murdered her. So, but Drew Carey had to be like involved in the trial and all this other shit. So he's had a rough go. Function says, Ray, Sinner, I am a lower version. I'm lower vision. So, I see. Why I do not have an active channel. I gotcha. I know I finally just had to get readers like last year for myself.
Put what on the screen? I think I missed something.
I'm not sure. It could be, excuse me, I'm chewing.
Oh, Tazzy, it's okay.
They could be talking about put up the photo of the Sharpie art.
Right, but it's not mine to put up.
Understood.
Yep. Oh, that's cute, Road Rash. My son gave me a little wooden birdhouse for my birthday in September. He said I have to paint it. Took me a week because I'm my own critic. So, speaking of gifts, so I went to my parents yesterday and my mom was like, "Your father and I don't need anything. We don't need anything. Your father still has last year's Christmas presents sitting out." Sure enough, some of the Christmas presents we gave him last year are still sitting next to his recliner in the boxes. They haven't moved for a year. So, I was like, "Well, that's no fun. I'm still gonna get him something, but."
Yeah, my parents don't really have any want for gifts. Really, they just want me to call, or if I'm in town, to be there. Happy Life Jay says, if it wasn't with our faces, I would be okay at Sinner. It is meant to make you smile. Okay, I like smiling. Um, despite popular belief.
Yeah, hippie. I caught her live too this morning, and I was not expecting that.
I
But
didn't see
Mark,
any of it.
she believes that I'm Mark. Like, no. Like, you told me to lay off, I've laid off. I mean, I've clipped a few things because you say things about me. So, it's just easier to clip it and post it for evidence if I should need it in the future. But the one, I do have a video premiering at 9 Eastern today about her live this morning, and I've gotta say, it's probably my best work so far. The video yesterday with her leaning over, it's like it reminds me of, like, when you're really trying to find something and, like, you squint your eyes and you're like, "I can't really see what's going on." And, some of the comments had me dying. Like, "She's broken.
Hey,
She's
there's cheese.
she's literally falling apart," and I don't know, I've never used that filter before, and so when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious." But the one today is actually pretty awesome, I must say.
I just saw the clip of it. I didn't waste any time this morning with her. Cheese is here. Cheese, it was cool to see those Halloween, or sorry, Christmas decorations around your neighborhood, man. Some of your neighbors, Cheese, fucking went all out. Wow, looked like an amusement park. Oh yeah, VK, so that
Truth
aging
Seeker,
filter,
yes, I did see that.
that aging filter, I can't even look at it. So it creeps me out. It's a lot.
"Hey, Cheese, how's it going?" And that's what I was saying, VK sir, like, she was actually like, I was watching and I was like, "Wow, okay, she's doing pretty good, right?" Like, she was saying, "It's Christmas time. I hope everybody has a great holiday, even, those people who, may not like me or we may not get along, whatever." And then she went into her video about Crystal Rogers and I was like, "Okay, that was nice." And then instead of just ignoring chat, she looks at chat and Mark makes a comment about the young girl that copyright struck her. So she goes on about the young girl for a little bit. So then she's like, "Now we're going to go back to the video, what we're here for." Not even, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds into it, she reads Mark's second comment and does another 5-minute rant. And it's like, just ignore them.
I mean, just in a real way for me, like I try to be. Sorry, I get distracted by chat. Mr. Rogers is buried in Pittsburgh. Yep, he has a big, beautiful tomb mausoleum. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Well, anywho, Amax says, but still about her 2 weeks without pay. Oh, that's what I was getting at. I read Amax comment. So if if I'd lost my job today, I mean, thankfully I'm self-employed. So, but if I worked for a company and I lost, like I wasn't making any money, I would immediately, the very next morning, go find a way to keep the money coming in. I wouldn't like have a breakdown and start yelling at people on YouTube. That's that's bizarro.
Yeah, and it's just incessant. Like, I'm gonna be out of 2 weeks. Oh, although she got monetized, she got her 4,000 watch hours today, y'all. So her second channel's, she's in the process of getting it monetized. Um, but yeah, it's the const. She keeps saying, now that I'm out 2 weeks pay. Hey, Daz, how's it going? Just got home from work and so happy you're live. We're about to wrap this up though, because I just noticed it's been over 2 hours already. It didn't seem like it was that long. It
Whoa,
goes
no, yeah, it didn't feel like
flies
it at all.
by.
Yeah, I mean, to go from talking about a, a case to ranting to going into a grift like that, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to, you don't even need to know any of her history. Just that alone is enough to be like, whoa, what is happening here? A dollar will do, yeah.
Yeah, it won't do anything. Even dollar store, it's $1.25 now. Well, at least here in New York it is. Yeah, Walmart and Home Depot are always hiring. That is true.
Mickey 44 says, so is Amazon. Mickey 44 says, I never thought Pittsburgh would be so beautiful, but I loved it. I know, I don't try to brag about how beautiful Pittsburgh is because I don't want everyone to move there. It was growing up there. It was a lot darker, a lot dirtier, a lot more dangerous. But they've done a really great job at cleaning it up. And I mean, of course there's some controversy with you know the way they went about cleaning it up. But here we are years later, and someone's calling Pittsburgh beautiful. That wasn't happening in the '60s. Squirrel Hill, yes, Squirrel Hill. Um, I lived right down the hill from Squirrel Hill. I lived in Shadyside, and Squirrel Hill is the neighborhood where um, the mass shooting was at the Tree of Life Synagogue. So I was home taking a nap that day, and I just heard on the other side of me are all the hospitals and fire departments. So I just heard sirens like crazy, and moments later found out what was happening. That was like maybe a mile away.
That's insane.
Yep, Dad says Pittsburgh is one of the cleanest cities in America now and has been for decades. We have a real infrastructure problem, and not to be political, but the bridges are in disrepair. and the money has to come from somewhere. So it's a constant battle of trying to upkeep it. Fun fact: Pittsburgh has more bridges than any other city in the world, other than Venice, Italy. So just the upkeep of all those steel bridges, steel rusts. So it's like a constant battle against the elements.
Oh my gosh, Sober Pug said, imagine her being a Walmart greeter.
She's not qualified to be a Walmart greeter.
She would be yelling the whole time.
Definitely.
She wouldn't greet anyone. She'd scare them away, most likely.
She would get in trouble for she would get in trouble for hassling customers that aren't white more aggressively. Guaranteed. B. Kaser says, "What is the river in Pittsburgh? The Allegheny." There are three rivers actually. The Youghiogheny and I'm sorry, the Monongahela and the Allegheny come together and form the Ohio River right at the point. So it's like a lot of times, like the Monongahela River is mostly dirt, and Allegheny is mostly rock. So when the confluents come together, when they form the Ohio River, you can see this distinct line. Like one street, one side of it is super clear, and the other side is all muddy. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, Brandon. She would chase somebody out of the store. She could be like, oh my god, I'm laughing because I'm thinking of Paul Blart, Mall Cop, or Paul Blart, right? Paul
Yes,
Blart.
yes,
Like you're on the
so
scooter,
funny.
like, chasing people who are like, don't
A
touch
blank
that.
a blank slate says now greeters are part of the security team. Oh boy, that's all she needs to do is be part of a team.
Yeah, no cart for you. That's crazy. The greeters are part of security. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Yeah, I could definitely see her playing like a Jenny McCarthy role. Part of a security team, that's like a dream come true for her. So she's like definitely very anxious and uh, desperate to have a team. She wants a we real bad.
At least she'd have
Imagine
a
her on a
special lanyard.
imagine her on a Segway. That's too much. That's funny.
I know, right, Juju? That's why I keep laughing because I can see her like Paul Blart on that scooter thing.
The Segway. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Her American flag bandana just waving in the wind.
She can tackle the shoplifters.
She would need to wear pants, though. That's what Mickey 44 says. Yeah.
Who started this? Now I have to go back and look.
Whoever said that she could be a Walmart greeter started it.
Sober Pug, it's all your fault.
So yeah, according to her, everything's going as planned. I mean, this is great for her business. The fact that she got chopped down to a backup channel with no monetization. If you were to listen to her tell it, this is part of her plan. This is success mode for her.
The receipt scanner. These comments.
Yeah, they opened a Segway company in Pittsburgh, and I think they promptly shut that shit down because people were just like, again, all these bridges, all these rivers, people were just dropping the machines in the river and just driving into traffic.
Okay, so Juju, if you make a meme of that, please email me. Because I was actually thinking of doing it, but if you're doing it, just share with me because oh my gosh. Oh, Brandon, I didn't notice that, but that would make sense.
Cammy, come back here, little girl.
Oh gosh, Amy. I mean, she might. Oh my gosh,
Dad
I'm
said
dying.
my stepdad was a Walmart greeter in his retirement. Oh, the fucking comment went away.
Road rash. She could get pajama pants with a discount. Or pants in general.
Oh my God, everyone saw that she wasn't wearing pants the other day, right? Like it's the most professional thing to do is to not wear pants. You know what they say, right? Not all heroes wear pants.
Mm.
BK, she was pantless. I screenshotted that shit and sent it to Emmy immediately. I could not stop laughing. I mean, if like right, so in general, the biggest criticism that I receive from people on YouTube is being foul mouthed and mean spirited. That's fair, and I'm doing. It may be hard to tell, but I'm doing my best to not represent myself that way because it's not my true character. But if my number one criticism or one of the criticisms against me would be he doesn't wear pants or he was arrested with no pants on, I could guarantee you that I would never go live without pants on. It's not logical. If people were talking about you not wearing pants and then you show up with no pants on, it's almost like she's trolling us.
Yeah, she would have the real legit lanyard. She wasn't drinking coffee, so I figured she'd possibly been up all night, especially because she stretched and made it look like she was waking up. I
I
missed
saw
that
that.
part.
I saw that. Like I told you, I mean, I watched 8 minutes. I watched 8 minutes of it, and then I cut out of there.
Oh my gosh, JD says she could direct traffic with her bullhorn. Oh
You can
my
see her all
god.
sweaty with her hands full of cell phones, just trying to direct traffic.
She could give me a minute.
Emmy's losing her shit. But she's like going live. Every time I look, she has another live up. So she just completely, you know, she's getting those 400 hours or 4,000 hours that she needs for sure. But I don't think anyone's convinced that this is like good for her brand or anything to be demonetized. I think it's exact opposite of success. Pookie says she'd be doing a live. Yeah, definitely. She'll be inappropriately filming people.
All right, sorry. I'm still dying of laughter. But I was just thinking of her pink vest, her bullhorn in the parking lot of Walmart.
Big old sunglasses on. Bedazzled sunglasses.
Well, I had to comment because I was laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I guess on that note, we've been live almost 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Oh, you didn't see the pantless thing, Hippie? Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's undeniable. I mean, there was some light debate as to whether or not she had short shorts on, But if you look closely, you can tell those aren't shorts at the at the bottom of her hoodie where the shirt matches her naked legs. You can see that black part at the bottom of her is just the band, like the elastic band around the edge of the hoodie.
And I'm trying to think if it was on her. Actually, Hippie, I can email it to you because I have it on my phone. I did a screen recording because AMAC actually did do actually, I'm going to get AMAC, if it's cool with you, I'm going to bring your video up quick. We'll end on that. Even though AMAC censored it, you can kind of get the drift. There it is. There's AMAX. All right, let me.
She starts her live out by saying on the 6th, the date we're talking about. She starts out by saying, "All right, I've got my coffee here, so I don't have to get up and get anything." And she's like mid sentence, like not even 2 minutes later, and she's like, "I need my vape." And then she gets up and just shows off her ham hocks.
Yeah. I mean, even when we were virtual during C19, I would at least have shorts on. Like, I wouldn't wear dress pants like I would if I had to be in the building, but I would have shorts or capris or something on. All right, so this is AMAX. Actually, let me get rid of that comment. And so again, AMAC does censor it, but it's pretty funny. Oops, wrong one.
Yeah, I spit my coffee out because I was watching the live and got to keep tabs on the goings on, and I immediately screenshot it and sent it to Emmy. I was like, "Look at this."
And I really needed that screenshot because
Oh yeah,
it was a
yeah.
really rough day, like really rough. And so seeing the video, I was like, oh my God. Like, yikes. All
I
right,
have
here
pretty
we
good
go.
I have pretty good success at making Emmy laugh though.
Well, I laugh at a lot of things. And then like I get that image in my head and I can't. This is the first time though I think I've actually had to mute because I was laughing so hard and I couldn't even talk. But yeah.
Guys are gonna have to just give me a second. I've got to go find. I gotta go find my vape. Give me a second.
And I don't think she thought maybe that it was.
Might as well grab the phone while I'm up, right?
So
might as well grab the phone while I'm up. Let me put my ears back in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I think after you sent it to me, Sinner, I sent the picture to AMAC and then
Oh,
she
good.
made that
Good.
short clip of it.
Oh,
Oh my
cool.
gosh.
Yeah, I thought she'd just seen it on her own. That's awesome. Yeah. Yes, everyone go sub up to AMAC. She's awesome. We have fun over there.
And before we go, I'm just gonna, not that this snow day calculator has changed any, but I am going to just check because maybe it'll be 100% now. And I will drop the link to snow day calculator in the chat if anyone of you are.
Blank Slate says no shorty shorts even. I don't think so. I don't think
No, I
it
don't
looked
know.
like it
I
was
don't
just
think they were. I mean, they would have had to been like boy shorts then because
yeah. I think Smart Money says they were Gucci's.
Yep. So still 99% for snow days. So I think we're at least having a delay tomorrow. So yeah. Yeah, when she gets up, you can totally tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I spit my coffee out.
AMAC, if you want to post your channel too. Yeah, JLL, that's what I was thinking, boy shorts. But even boy shorts, I feel like are a little bit longer. I don't know.
Yeah,
JT.
if I had to choose, I'm guessing if they were Gucci's for sure.
And
K-Brain
don't
says, Sinner,
forget,
Sinner, she owes you a coffee. Better sue. Yeah, she does owe me a coffee.
yeah. Don't forget, I do have a premiere at 9 o'clock, and it's going to be of her live this morning where she decided that I was someone named Mark and said my name again. But unlike other people, other creators, I actually edited my name out of the live.
Yeah.
Or the video, I should say, the premiere. So it is premiering at 9 Eastern, so definitely check it out. It's about 8 to 10 minutes long, and it's really cool. I think you're all gonna like it. Hey Thunder. All right, Sourpuss. I think
All right.
we're gonna kick this popsicle stand. So thank you everybody. She was wearing
Granny
granny
pennies.
pants.
I saw that too.
All right, you guys need to stop. Oh my god, I was crying. I was laughing so hard. But it was fun. So thank you everybody for being here with us. I will be live tomorrow. Right now it's scheduled for 4 o'clock because I am planning on and going to work tomorrow. However, if we do get a snow day, I will be going live earlier than 4. So make sure you have your notifications on because I will schedule it for earlier than 4 if I'm home. But yes, we will
Sweet.
see you all soon. So any
Yes.
last words?
No, Emmy's premiere for that video, like she said, is in 30 minutes. So see you guys over in chat. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. See you later.
Peace.